Right now, it looks like Mayor Bass is standing there alongside other officials and will be set to speak in just a few seconds. We're going to take a listen in as she approaches the podium there to speak at any minute now. Let's take a quick listen.
Karen Bass, thank you all for being here for an update as the storm approaches. First, we're going to hear from Mayor Karen Bass. Following that, we'll hear from Chief of the Los Angeles Fire Department, Kristen Crowley. Following that, we'll hear from David Ortiz, Public Information Officer for the Los Angeles Fire Department. Those remarks are going to be provided in Spanish. After that, we'll hear from Chief Moore of the Los Angeles Police Department. Following that, we'll hear from Assistant Chief Labrada, who will provide remarks in Spanish. After that, we'll hear from Ara Garcia, President of the Board of Public Works. Following that, we'll hear from Marty Adams, General Manager and Chief Engineer of LADWP. And wrapping up will be Carol Parks, who's the General Manager of EMD. I announced it before, but we will be providing another update after this press conference at 4 p.m. After all of the speeches, we'll take questions from the right. Just a reminder to identify yourself by name and publication. And with that, Mayor Bass.
Thank you all for being here this morning. Over the past few days, the city family has been working around the clock to prepare for the storm, and we are just beginning to see it hit Los Angeles. Our message today is clear: stay safe, stay home, and stay informed. This is an unprecedented weather event, but Los Angeles has deep experience responding to crisis. Whether it be wildfire or earthquakes, the city is prepared. A lot of work has already been done to prepare, and there are a few critical areas of focus. Our primary mission, of course, is to protect the life and property of Angelenos. Second, we need to keep our city workers safe. Third, we must ensure that city services are operating as best as possible given the circumstances. Last night, Chief Crowley, who is the incident commander, activated the Emergency Operations Center to level 2. It was very important that we started in-person preparation last night so that this morning we were already in action. Last night I also signed a declaration of local emergency to immediately activate the Emergency Operations Organization and waive any regulation that may inhibit the saving of lives here in Los Angeles. I want to thank President Biden and Vice President Harris, as well as Governor Newsom, for their support in preparation and their pledges to support with recovery as needed. Right now, again, it is critical that Angelenos stay safe and stay home unless otherwise directed by safety officials. Avoid unnecessary travel. If you do not need to be on the road, please don't get in your car. Make sure your emergency kit and essential devices are on hand, and ensure that all of your devices are charged. In the event of life-threatening emergency, Angelenos should call 911. For impacts like roadway flooding, tree limbs blocking roads, or mudslides, Angelenos should request service online or by calling 311. In the event of power outages or water main breakage, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power customers can call 1-800-DIAL, D-I-A-L, DWP. If you see downed power lines or wires, please do not approach them. The water surrounding the wires could cause serious damage, serious injury, or death. Just to reiterate one last time, stay safe, stay home, and stay informed. A brief message from our Superintendent of LA Unified School Districts, Alberto Cavallo. An assessment will be made later today as to whether schools will be opened or closed tomorrow. Like I said on Friday, our emergency departments are unparalleled. So when an unprecedented disaster hits, please, Angelenos, know that we are ready. Thank you, and I now want to turn this over to our Chief of the Los Angeles Fire Department, Chief Crowley.
Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, I'll introduce myself, Kristen Crowley, the Fire Chief, Los Angeles City Fire Department. I'd like to begin by providing everyone an update on our tropical storm, Hillary. Fortunately, The storm has weakened to a Category 1 hurricane with a maximum winds of at least 80 miles per hour. It is expected to downgrade further and make landfall as a tropical storm. The total of 1.5 to 3 inches of rain is forecasted for the Los Angeles area. The expected wind speeds are to be moderate at 20 to 30 miles an hour. Rain is forecast to begin earlier than expected, and as you can see, if you look outside, it's here. The Antelope Valley and San Gabriel Mountain areas outside of the city of Los Angeles are expected to see the largest impacts with 3 to 7 inches of rain. Santa Ana-like conditions with northeasterly winds, particularly in the mountain areas, are likely. Santa Ana corridors will have higher chance of seeing sustained winds up to 40 miles an hour with gusts up to 50 miles an hour in the mountain areas. Now, this storm is expected to have significant impacts within the area, which will include flash flooding, coastal flooding, as well as erosion, dangerous rip currents, and high seas, damage to porches, awnings, carports, sheds, and unanchored mobile homes, damage to large trees, damage to fencing and roadway signs. Roads may become impassable from debris. Hazardous driving conditions on bridges and other elevated roadways, scattered power lines and communication outages, and here's some helpful definitions as well as additional information. Tropical storm watch. Sustained winds of 39 to 73 miles an hour are possible within the specified areas within 48 hours in association of a tropical and subtropical or post-tropical cyclone. Tropical storm warning. Sustained winds of 39 to 73 miles an hour are expected somewhere within the specified areas within 36 hours in association with tropical, subtropical, or post-tropical cyclone. And a flash flood warning. Flash flood warning is issued when a flash flood is imminent or occurring. If you are in a flood-prone area, move immediately to high ground. A flash flood is a sudden violent flood that can take from minutes to hours to develop. And it is even possible to experience a flash flood in areas not immediately receiving rain. I'd like to shift my comments now to your LAFD and what is our path forward. I want to make sure that the community understands that your LAFD remains ready. We have been preparing for this moment, and this moment is now. We have proactively staffed and augmented additional resources throughout the city. They have been strategically pre-deployed within the city to ensure, first and foremost, your safety, and we want to focus and will continue to focus on reducing risk. We have staffed additional fire engines, brush patrols, all Type 3 OES engines which have a 4-wheel drive capability. We have 3 Swiftwater teams with 4 certified members on each team, as well as a fully staffed 16-person OES Type 1 Swiftwater team. Our specialized heavy equipment operators and dozer crews are available to be deployed. We have fully staffed all urban search and rescue apparatus that are located throughout the city. Our wildland hand crew has been mobilized with 4 community emergency response teams available as well. Additional helicopters, pilots, and crew are on the standby. Command teams are deployed and ready to respond. And lastly, our additional 911 dispatchers are in place to address the additional 911 community needs. Additionally, the LAFD has specifically trained Urban Search and Rescue California Task Force 1. It's one of 28 FEMA teams that are located strategically throughout the nation, and we have one here in the city ready to respond. They have experience at Hurricanes Katrina, Harvey, and Irma. Now lastly, our top line message is that all Angelenos should stay safe and stay informed. Visit LAFD.org for more information and sign up for the LAFD alerts at LAFD.org/alert. And also visit notifyla.org. Lastly, avoid any unnecessary travel to decrease your risk. If you have to drive, please avoid flooded areas, and if you come across downed wires, consider them energized. Think that they are energized, do not touch them, and call for the professionals to help. They are potentially legal, as we know. And remember, together we can and we will absolutely get through this. We are here to serve you. We're honored to be here. And next, I would like to invite up firefighter David Ortiz to cover these points in Spanish. Thank you.